First of all, welcome. Welcome again to um, you who those of you who are on live, and then welcome to those who might be watching this recording. We're going to start laying down on our backs. And if you have a nice big pillow or blanket you want to roll up, you're going to place that underneath the back of the head, letting the shoulders drop down, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, letting it out. As we begin our restorative practice this evening, allowing ourselves to feel heavy on the mat, closing the eyes or finding a soft gaze. If you are anything like me, most of the day is spent checking things off, some version of a to-do list, whether that's in your head or actually written down. As we breathe here together, let's give ourselves permission to just be. As a friend of mine says, we are human beings, not human doings. Knowing it's okay to find stillness, allowing the breath to help us soften through the joints. Take an inhale, straighten just the left leg out in front of you. And then exhale, open the right knee to the right side of the room. We're going to bring the bottom of the right foot towards the left thigh, the inside of that leg. If your hip is feeling really tight, you could put a block or a blanket underneath the outside of the right knee, or underneath the left knee, maybe underneath both. Hands to our sides, breathing here. As we breathe right here, allowing the right knee to open closer to the ground with each exhale. If you want to deepen the intensity of the stretch, you might slide that right heel up closer to the pelvis. Conversely, you could slide the heel down if you want to take some of the intensity out. Try to keep those hips even on the floor. Good. Just breathing here, about another minute and a half or so. Knowing that even in these moments of stillness, change can be happening. Inhale, let's lift the right leg back to center. Exhale, bend the left knee, place the foot next to the right. Hands to our sides as we breathe in. Exhale it out. With an inhale, slide the right leg straight out on the mat. And then open the left knee to the left side of the room, bringing the bottom of your left foot to the inside of the right leg. Knowing all the same variations are available here if you want to put a block under the knee or slide the heel up the leg. We can notice what happens as we start to slow down, as we find these postures of stillness. About one more minute right here. Keep breathing. Inhale, let's lift the left knee back to center. Exhale, bend the right knee, place the right foot to the floor. With both feet on the ground, we'll breathe in and breathe it out. Inhale, lift the right foot, drawing the knee into the chest. Take your hands around the back of the right leg. With an inhale, we'll straighten the right knee, sending the toes up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders down. Notice if the neck is tensed up. Maybe take an open mouth exhale through the throat. Keeping that right leg extended. We can stay right here. We can start to slide the left toes forward. The foot might move just an inch. Or we could even straighten that left leg all the way down to the ground. Try to keep the shoulders down, the neck relaxed. Good. About 5 more breaths right here. Exhale, let's bend the left knee and bring the foot to the floor. Then we're going to release our right leg, placing the right foot next to the left. Rock the knees softly from side to side, letting the hips come back to center. Inhale, exhale it out. Once again, big breath in and let it go. Inhale, we're going to pick up the left leg. Take the hands around the back of the left thigh, then straighten the knee, sending the toes up towards the ceiling. And the shoulders are down, neck and throat relaxed. We can feel free to keep the right foot where it's at or begin to slide it forward. Not forcing or pressuring ourselves to go anywhere that feels beyond what we need. Remembering our intention. Just be present with yourself right here. Exhale, bend the right knee, bringing the foot to the floor. And let's release the grip on the left leg, lowering the left foot next to the right, dropping our hands to our sides. Breathe in and breathe it out. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, we're going to roll over onto our right side, coming to fetal pose with the knees tucked up into the chest, and head resting on the bottom bicep or on that pillow. Good. We can stay right here. Then we're going to add the arm extension, reaching the left arm to the sky. Exhale, drop the left arm back. Get curious about what sensations you're experiencing here. That curiosity helping keep you in this present moment. With an exhale, we're going to take that left arm, circle it down and across the legs, coming back to our fetal pose. Breathe in And breathe it out. Inhale. Let's roll onto our back. We can adjust on our mat. And then we'll come over to the left side, landing in our fetal pose here. Head resting on that left bicep. Knees bent and tucked up to the chest. Let's take an inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, let the right arm drop back. About 8 more breaths right here. Take that right arm and drag it down and across the legs. Returning to our fetal pose on this side, breathe in and breathe it out. Inhale, let's press ourselves up to have a seat on the mat. As we come to our seat, we can find a cross-legged seat or legs extended in front of us. Dropping the hands to the knees, we'll breathe in. Exhale, lower the head down, chin to chest. Inhale. Let's take a few circles with the head around. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale to circle around. A couple more times, just like that. And the next time the chin meets the chest, let's switch directions, circling the opposite way. Even out through both sides, and let's come up to center with an inhale. Exhale, breathe it out. Good. Then grab hold of that big pillow or blanket or whatever you're using. We're going to place it down in front of us, opening the legs to a wide V. And we can kind of pull that bolster or pillow in towards the legs. Keeping the legs open in this V, might feel nice to take a moment and just kind of pull the extra flesh from underneath you so you feel those sits bones rooting to the earth. We can drop our hands down, and then depending on how big this pillow is, right, you could just kind of like lay down on it. That might have just messed up my microphone. You could just lay down on it. Or we could drop our head down. Let yourself be supported by this big pillow. See if you can relax the neck, letting that head fall. As we breathe here, noticing where the body is holding on to that tension, right? Squeezing, the body trying to keep doing. With each breath, we're inviting ourselves to let go and just be. About 30 more seconds right here. Inhale, we'll walk ourselves up to a seat. Take your time. Set the pillow to the side as we bring the heels together at the top of the mat. Dropping the hands to the knees, breathe in and breathe it out. Lower the right ear to the right shoulder. Head heavy to the right side. We can stay right here. We take that right arm up, wrapping it over the head. Being careful not to pull or strain, just adding that extra bit of weight. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Inhale, lift the head back up to center. We'll shrug the shoulders up and roll them back a couple times. Good. Finding our way back to center, lifting the spine. Exhale, lower the left ear to the left shoulder. Beautiful. So again, this could be the place that we stay. We could bring our left arm up, placing the fingers to the ear, being careful not to pull or yank, just adding this weight as we breathe. Good. Exhale, release the hand, lower chin to chest. Inhale, we'll lift our head up and shake those shoulders out. Good. With an inhale now, swing the legs around. We're going to come to kneeling on our pillow. So that you have a little bit more cushion underneath the knees. Kneel on that pillow. Bring the hands either to the mat or to the pillow, depending on how big it is. We're going to breathe in here. Exhale it out. We can rock those hips from side to side, or maybe arch the back as we rock it out. With our next inhale, step the right foot forward. Come on up to a kneeling lunge. Hands are going to be on that right thigh. Now, if balance is challenging, you could hold on to something here, maybe come closer to a wall. We can slide the right toes forward as we shift the hips, breathing into the left quadricep, the top of that thigh. Try to keep the heart lifted. Good. 2 more breaths right here. Inhale, we're going to lift those hips back to center. Exhale, lower the hands. Swing the right knee back. Come to your tabletop on hands and knees. We rock the hips from side to side. Good. Let's come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Take a big step forward with that left foot. Rise up So we're standing on the right knee, left foot. We can slide the left foot forward as we shift our hips forward, creating that juicy stretch on the right side now. Stay with it, even if it's uncomfortable. Growing from this place of stillness. Exhale, release, lower the hands, and swing the left knee back. Let's come to our tabletop. Shake the hips from side to side. Let it go. With an inhale, we're going to swing our legs around and come to have a seat on your pillow. Now, depending on the props that you have in your space and how your body's feeling today, there's a couple different ways that we could do this. But essentially, what we want to do is use the prop to elevate our hips as we lay back, right? So if you can sit on the prop and still have some pillow behind you, right? Like maybe you're sitting on just a regular bed pillow. As we lay back, the hips are elevated and the head can come to the floor. Now, if you need maybe a blanket underneath the head so that it doesn't come down quite so far, hands will open to our sides as those legs extend in front of us. Inhale, let's put a bend to the knees, place the feet to the floor. With an exhale, we can press through the feet to lift the hips, slide the pillow out from underneath us, or transition in any other way that makes sense for you and your space. Coming to lay on our back, all the way down, hands to our sides. Breathe in, stretch those legs out in front of you. Exhale, take the arms overhead. Good. With our next exhale, we'll invite the left knee into the chest, wrap the hands around the shin, and rock that knee from side to side. Inhale, opening the arms to a T. Exhale, take the left knee across the body. As we turn our head to the left, the knee falls to the right, twisting out. Inhale. Let's bend that left knee. Bring the foot to the floor. As the right knee comes to meet the left, we'll breathe in and breathe it out. One more right here with our spine neutral. And breathe it out. Inhale, invite the right knee into the chest, wrapping the hands around the right shin. We'll straighten the left leg out in front of us. Taking that knee from side to side, massaging our low belly. We'll open the arms to a twist and send the right knee across, wringing it out. I was spending some time earlier today with a friend of mine and her baby, who's about 6 weeks old. And she was literally doing this with the baby to try and help her calm down. As we breathe, we twist it out, knowing we are not so different from that little baby we once were. Taking the movements that we need to help us feel better. Inhale. We're going to bend that right knee, bring the foot to the floor, bending the left knee, placing the left foot next to the right. And then open the knees in opposite directions. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Right here, we can put one hand to the belly, the other hand over our heart as we breathe in and out. Maintaining this strength of breath, we'll drop our hands and bring the knees together, feet to the floor. Exhale, straighten both legs up to the sky. We can keep our hands to our sides or wrap the hands behind the legs for some extra support. Candlestick pose. Or if you have full plow in your practice, you want to take that variation, please feel free. Keeping the heels stacked straight up over the hips. From here, we'll put a bend to the knees, wrap our hands around the shins, give ourselves a hug, not because we have earned it, but because we inherently deserve it. That love and kindness, just as human beings together. Exhale. From here, we'll release to a place of rest. So if you need to grab that pillow or blanket, let yourself settle in, straightening the legs out, bringing the hands to our sides. We'll breathe in and exhale it out. Take rest. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana, you're welcome to for as long as you need. This space is yours. If you're ready to be guided out, let's begin to move through our fingers and toes. Take a big early morning stretch, reaching the arms overhead, your legs out long in front of us. And exhale, bend the knees, roll to your favorite side. Pressing up from there to have a seat. We'll meet seated on our mat with our hands to our hearts. Taking a few rounds of breath right here. Knowing that we don't have to do anything to deserve kindness. We are kindness. Thank you for spending part of that with me. As we inhale, we'll lift our thumbs to our forehead. Exhale, we can bow and say, Namaste.